Alright, and so it begins. Hello and welcome to an introduction to a new series. Now, and thank you for bearing with me with the sound. It's a bit off, I suppose, but it gets better at times. It's bearable, I suppose, yeah? Anyhow, I plan to start this by kind of showing you my standing in this world, which is of course a multiplayer server. There's no point in playing it otherwise. I mean, come on, it just gives it more life, you know, knowing that there are other people around. And yes, I am playing with a high shader setup. It doesn't lag for me at all in the game, though while recording it should sometimes cut slightly. It's not really an issue, so that's pretty cool. So I have prepared a list with this mod here. It allows me to create notes and pin them. So this is the list of goals for the video. First, we're going to visit the car morphing construction site, visit the mountain village location and the server spawn, and then finally WeebTown, which is the place I will be settling in the next episode. Before that, I like to show just so you know what's going on, the mods and the map and so on. So right here, this is Kairmorhen. It's a place I've paid people to build, and it's unfinished, so it is a construction site. Also to note, Kairmorhen is a castle from the Witcher world. It is a castle of Witchers. It was a kind of an idea to make that oh, my cat is meowing. A thing in the server. When the Witcher series got out, I made a few jokes here and there with the community, and I figured, hey, why not make it a thing? It could be fun, who knows. Anyway, so first we will visit this place, then I'll have to walk over this road, which I've also paid someone to make, well, a part of it. And then this is the stone keep, which is the mountain village. It's enclosed in the mountain, a really cool location. This is just some other village I've discovered recently. And after that we'll go to the server spawn and WeebTown. Besides the map, which is the Xeros minimap, a really cool mod, I have this My Menu mod, which allows me to add commands to it, so I don't have to type the command, which is annoying, like home, name of the home. I can just do here, open this categorization which I made, teleport, right, and go like spawn, WeebTown, stone keep, or this place. I will update this eventually, add more features. I can also open the menu, like the server shop and the backpack, and that brings up to the backpack. Over time I have, so this world is relatively new. It has been updated and reset at a time, and I haven't done that much, but I did gather a few items, and I do love creating custom items. So here is a list of them. I got this creeper hand. I got it by slicing off a creeper's head. It was intense, really. I had this sword and I had to kind of roll and jump, and suddenly it just came to me like I had to cut him up, and I thought, hey, I can... whatever. I'm joking. Anyway, this is my head. I have no idea how I got that one, and this is a zombie trying to murder me. Alright. I will, I think I'll just hide under the ground for a minute. I think that'll do. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just go quickly over this. So this is the bow of Schmagenrog. It is a legendary bow made from the bones of a legendary dragon, only known to the Viva la Dirt League team. Yes, that is a reference to a different channel. They make comedy skits of RPG video games and things alike, and Schmagenrog is a boss they made. It's comedy, but it's really fun. the name is kind of funny, so I figured, hey, I'll make that. This is a Solomonian spade, just a very powerful shovel from the great Solomonian Empire, which ceased to exist, sadly. These are butter pans. They are actually not made of gold, but butter, and will probably break with after a single hit. Yes, that's the classic land claiming tool. For those who don't know, it's used to claim land on servers. And this is a set of armor I was given by Lady Loveless, so I named it after her, including this sword. That's the Enderman's left ball. An Enderman, yes, it was quite a cut. Alright. The Gatanian potato from the god known as Gatan. There's a cult of the woody lumberjacks that worship the Gatan, and this is a potato from their culture, regions, I do not know. Then we have the Sea Dweller's Enchantment. It's a book that can be enhanced onto any piece of armor and lets you move quickly under the water. We have these lousy tools here, made of diamonds, so it's pretty good either way. The Stick of Truth, it's an item that lets me see certain things regarding land claims. And silk, found in the end. And just a few spawn eggs here. Yeah, these and a soul of a wither. So this was my first job as a witcher. Yes, I was a witcher for a little bit, indeed. And I was tasked to kill a wither. So I wore this witcher's armor set which I made, which is 2 black leather boots and black leather pants and a chainmail and an ordinary steel sword. And I fought the wither about, I don't know, a dozen times, and it kept dying. It was still fun. And so the Gatan, who is just a god indeed, and he issued that quest, and the wither disappeared for some reason. Perhaps he killed it. Either way, I have been bestowed this wither's soul. Yes, and there's this blessed stick. It can launch people really far away. We have this jungle doodle spirit and some rusty chainmail leggings, and that about covers it. Oh no, I need to kill you if I want to get out, huh? It's a kill or die situation. Oh no, there is a lot of mobs, huh? Alright, so off to Kaer Morhen now. Should be right after this hill. Yeah. And so this is Kaer Morhen. Well, the beginning of it anyway. The first team I had kind of built this layout, and it was alright. Don't look bad for a beginning, but they gave up. It's a big project, and they decided it wasn't for them. So I hired another team, and they started working on a part upstairs, including this tower here. But they eventually also gave up, sadly. But the weird thing is that the top of this biome, the top of this area is snowing, because it's kind of a northern cold biome, and it snows all the time, so it kind of messes up the build. And someone told me, hey, you can change the biome in the claim settings so it has a cost. I figured, why would I do that when I can just hire people to shovel snow? I mean, it's definitely more efficient to change the biome so it wouldn't be there. But I like it. I like hiring people to do things. It gives it a more of a immersive, strategic feeling to the game. Like, I also hired the people to do a bunch of things, like build this road which I mentioned before, and well, this, and terraform the land, and so on. So I think I will be finishing this castle eventually. Well, having workers do it for me, I suppose. But by kind of setting up small jobs, like finish this part of the wall like this, and then you get that amount of money. So it's not a big project, so nobody will actually give up right away. I think that would be a smart thing to do. Alright, so that's Karmorhen. So we did that. The Karmorhen construction site has been visited. I guess I'll just remove this, kind of to make it notable in a way. So now we ought to visit the mountain village, which is the teleportation at the stone keep. But I think I would like to walk through the road as well, just kind of to show off the oh no, I'm gonna die, aren't I? That's fine. I'll just do this. It's a command that lets me return to my death point. Yeah, I know, it kind of kills the whole survival purpose, but it is what it is. At least there are no at least there are mobs, and a lot of them, and they're powerful. So the road should be this way, right? The bridge over here, and the sun is rising. It will probably be up by the time we get to Stone Keep. So anyway, I first started working on this, and then I made the place I call Stone Keep. I just made up the name kind of quickly and figured, whatever, it sticks, you know. I made it out of polished diorite as well, as is the Karmorhen, as kind of a sense to oversee the village where other players live. Kind of like an outpost. Also, when I was building this road, I had in mind Skyrim and the style of the game was made, like the roads of Skyrim and how the roads go around mountains and so on. But whoever I paid to build this made this flat, so that's okay too, I suppose. And there's this. In Skyrim there are a bunch of these statues and weird stony, I don't know, statues that let you change religion or something. It's purely aesthetic. Luckily I claimed the road, but not that, so someone griefed it. Huh. Someone took exactly 2 blocks from there, and there's 2 blocks here. Interesting. Yeah, and we're almost there. That's the entrance to the enclosed mountain village. This is quite a fall. I actually fell here once or twice, so I figured let's build this kind of a fence of sorts to just in case. I don't know who placed a boat there, but they did. And here it is, the enclosed mountain village. This region used to be filled with trees and a bunch of flowers, but me and the new resident who was here yesterday with me took those down for other purposes. Anyway, this was one of the houses, which is no longer active, including this one. This one is. This is the player who I don't remember the name, but it's on a sign over here. What does it say? Reptavi, yes. He built this place, and it's pretty cool. I really like the that's the back exit, a mine, and death trap, I guess. I really like this, like a way you can oversee the whole area. Like, I kind of wanted to do something like this as well. Actually did a few times, and yeah, it kind of gives it a nice, you know, feeling, just kind of walking through here, or more like seeing people walk through here. I don't know, it's pretty cool. I rolled very good, didn't take any damage. Yeah, so this is the Stone Keep. The first castle I ever built was exactly like this one, except it was made out of stone bricks. And it's a castle based on Shadiversity's basic castle design. He's a historian who really gets deep into castle building and realism and medieval correctness and so on. And these here are machicolations. Now those are awesome. Because usually castles have this curve like this. I don't know if I should call it a curve, but a few blocks step out like this, right? So that's mostly people think that's decorative, but it's not. In fact, some castles have made them decorative because the architects didn't know any better. But the purpose is to have some sort of holes here from which hot oil can be poured down upon the attackers, the besiegers, right? And or arrows or stones and rocks and so on. So this is very efficient. I've used it as a good defense against zombies and, well, undead creatures in the game. In fact, it's how I've gotten my archery up to level over 100 or something. This is the Witcher's Mighty Potion. It turns you into a Witcher. Not really, it's a healing potion. And this is the Trident of Fallen Kings. It's the first rare item I've gotten, and it's very powerful, though yeah, it's kind of broken. It doesn't have any durability left. And yeah, this would be the top of the castle, you know, kind of shooting through here and like so. And this, the matriculation I was talking about, pretty much this. I'll just put these on the side. Okay, and that means that we have completed the second task, which was to visit the mountain village and Stone Keep, which is an outpost that supervises this region. I didn't close the doors, huh? Ouch. Yeah, I'm not going up there. And I'm going up there, okay, fine. Anyway, now we're going to visit the server spawn. So first I will just go ahead and fix this up. Now Aspiria is a server that existed for a really long time. One of the actually two servers I know that were this old and actually succeeded in keeping up a player base and updating and learning from the mistakes and so on. A lot of things have changed multiple times. Like, I've been here for many years, but on and off, and I've seen a lot of content, a lot of changes, and often it was like a different place because the player base just kind of disappeared and it was replaced with a new one, and the spawn was completely different than most things, so a lot of changes have been made. But yeah, this is the spawn, which is an enormous kind of collection of multiple castles, and yeah, this is the main kind of area. That's where the first timers appear when they spawn. It's a throne room. There is not much else besides that except towers and that over there. Parkour perhaps, I do not recall. Down here is the deadly PvP arena, which in which the edgy god of death reigns. So I would advise not entering it unless you have the most powerful gear in the game, and even then, who can face the god of death? Yeah, and this castle is a crate area, which is what I was gonna do before the video, but yeah, I suppose I can do it now as a part of the tour of the region. So every time you vote, you get this vote crate key, which can be used over here. In that way you can obtain some rare items, or yeah, money. Or a bunch of dirt. Very funny. I'll just sell it in the service shop because I don't have space for that and I don't really need it. Not really. Okay, let's do that. I will also kick off these mob drops. Okay. Oops, right. Gotta click it with the key. I got horse eggs. Those are really rare. Actually very useful. Oh damn, that is really useful. So in the past I used to create a bunch of on different servers or different worlds, I suppose, since servers changed their worlds. I used to create a bunch of cities and connect them with roads, and there was this there were these stables I've built, and so people could have their own horses and travel between the cities and visit other players in other cities and trade and so on. You know, I really like that kind of aspect of building a kingdom with a bunch of small villages or, you know, even bigger cities connected. I even built the roads with the system of boats kind of being the cars and parkings and so on. That's also a pretty cool idea. So now that we have visited the server spawn, kind of the well, it's not too big of a place, but yeah, this is the main area anyway. This is kind of the hall where players sometimes AFK or just hang out. And this is the spawn I mentioned earlier, where new players appear. And that background is new. Looks pretty cool though. I think it was added in this version, since the blocks behind it, they are don't know what they are. I thought this was some sort of slime thing. I don't know. Alright, so now for the final act we are going to visit WeebTown. Teleport WeebTown. Alright. Oh, that was weird. Let me check this out. Command, send command. Oh, yeah, I changed the since the place doesn't have a name, I just named set home Turtle Town, and then I realized WeebTown is way better. It will have a name probably in the future, but yeah. I just changed the set home in the command, so that's why the menu opened, and here we are. So I had a selection of about 6 homes which I could choose from, and this was the best choice, I think. I don't really like ladders, but access space is okay here, like it's an attic for items I don't really need or use frequently. This small room could be an office for, let's say, writing books. Yes, I write books in the game, very cool. So it's a bit harder with the AFK system the game this server has. Yeah, so it's a small village, as you can see over here. I haven't explored this region up here, and I will eventually. But this is kind of the main area, I suppose. There are a few homes. This is one of the homes I could choose from, so it's just kind of a bigger room with this separation here. It's not bad, but it lacks space. And then there was this kind of building. There's like 3 of these, and it's just a plain room like so, but it goes up with a really nice terrace, which goes all around the building, and then there's another floor, and I think an attic as well. But again, that's not really my style. Ladders, I don't like ladders. Just slow, and I don't know, just unpleasant to move it for me. And this house, I was gonna choose this one first, but then I saw it's exactly the same as that one, but that one has an attic. So hey, let's do with the attic. And that's it. This is WeebTown, which looks actually really amazing during rainfall. I even made a GIF for it with the shaders and everything. It looks really cool. Hopefully you will see that in the future. Again, thanks for sticking around with the messed up sounds. I just don't really have a good microphone right now, so I will get it soon enough, hopefully. Yeah, I will see you in the next episode then. Bye.